never stop reading Bible. Today, we're diving deep into the book of Isaiah, specifically chapters 17, 18, 19, and 20. Our goal is to sort of uncover what these ancient prophecies tell us about God's sovereignty and how nations rise and fall.
Exactly. And it's fascinating, isn't it, how these texts, written so long ago, really lay out God's intricate plans. They show how nations, alliances, empires, their ups and downs, they all fit into a bigger divine picture. It's about looking past the politics of the moment.
Okay, so let's unpack this, starting with Isaiah chapter 17. This one hits hard with a warning, right? Aimed at Damascus.
That's right. Damascus, the capital of Aram, and its alliance with northern Israel, they were trying to band together against Assyria, the big superpower threat.
Makes sense politically, but Isaiah sees it differently.
He does. The prophecy isn't just saying you'll lose. It's highlighting the futility of Israel, putting their trust in this human alliance. He paints this picture, Damascus becoming a pile of ruins, just empty, animals living there. And Israel, which had been like prosperous, fat, the text says, becomes thin, weakened, full of fear because of the Assyrians.
So the judgment turns Damascus into rubble.
Pretty much. And then there's that bit about the commotion of nations, like crashing waves. That's Assyria. God uses them as an instrument, yeah. But the prophecy also says that instrument, Assyria itself, will eventually be broken by God.
Okay, so if teaming up with your neighbor doesn't work, what about looking further afield? This is where chapter 18 gets really interesting with the message to Cush, ancient Ethiopia.
Yes, exactly. Cush, this powerful distant land. They actually sent messengers, probably on these fast reed boats mentioned in the text.
Proposing an alliance against Assyria, presumably.
It seems likely. But Isaiah's advice is kind of counterintuitive. He basically says, don't do it. He tells them God himself will deal with Assyria, but in his own time, not on Cush's or Israel's schedule.
So wait and trust.
Essentially. The text uses these really beautiful metaphors. God's plan is as reliable as sunlight in summer or dew in autumn. It's certain. It's perfectly timed. And the outcome, after Assyria falls, Isaiah says the Cushites, this faraway nation, will actually bring gifts to Mount Zion, recognizing God's power.
Wow. So help doesn't come from the expected military ally, but recognition comes after God acts alone.
Right. It underscores that real security isn't in finding the strongest human partner, but in trusting God's sovereign timing.
Okay, that's a big shift in thinking. So how does this connect to chapter 19 then? Especially about Egypt, because let's face it, Egypt was the regional superpower people often look to.
Oh, absolutely. For many in Israel, Egypt was the safety net, the fallback against threats like Assyria. But Isaiah completely dismantles that hope in chapter 19. He prophesies that Egypt itself is going to face God's judgment, so no help there.
What kind of judgment?
All sorts. Natural disasters, the Nile drying up, economic collapse, civil war. Even their wisest advisors won't have any answers. Total chaos, basically.
So Egypt can't help because it's got its own massive problems.
Exactly. The point is that no earthly power, no matter how mighty it seems, is beyond God's authority. But here's the surprising part, the real twist in chapter 19. Despite this harsh judgment, the prophecy says Egypt won't be utterly wiped out. It says Egypt will eventually come to know God, to worship him. They'll even build an altar. It's this incredible redemptive arc.
From enemy or unreliable ally to a worshiper.
Yeah. It shows God's plan is way bigger than just judgment. It includes this unexpected salvation and transformation, even for a nation like Egypt.
Okay, wow. And that leads us to chapter 20. This one's different because Isaiah himself becomes a walking, talking prophecy. Pretty dramatic stuff.
It really is. He's told to walk around stripped and barefoot for 3 years.
Why? What's the message there?
It's a living sign. A visual demonstration of what's going to happen to Egypt and Cush, the very nations Israel was looking to for help. The message is blunt. Assyria is going to defeat them, humiliate them, lead them away captive, just like Isaiah looks, stripped and vulnerable.
So it's driving home the point. Don't trust them. They can't save you. They can't even save themselves.
Precisely. It's meant to show the Israelites the sheer futility and the eventual shame and fear that comes from placing hope in human power instead of God.
This deep dive was brought to you by the Center Studio.